Hello and welcome to another command block tutorial. Today's video we're going to be going over one of my older videos, the magic item command block tutorial. Because of a recent update, some of those commands aren't working, so I basically went through all these ones with the frog lights right above them. These got updated. You need to type them in differently if you're making them in a new world. Or if you go through to adjust any of the commands, you will need to change to this new set of commands. The ones without the frog lights, they actually work exactly the same. However, I'm still going to go over them. That way, in case somebody stumbles across this video, it has the same other one. You don't have to go watch both. I'm not going to cover this stuff because this stuff's a little more specific. You can go watch my old video if you need to, but this isn't really important. Just going to cover this stuff. So to start off, we have the Feather of Flight. Pretty simple commands here. What this is checking is saying, hey, do you have a feather and are you holding it in your hand? If you do, get the levitation effect. So basically, I take this feather, turn this on, and boom, as long as it's in my hand, I fly up. If it's not in my hands, I gotta fall. Flying up, falling. It takes a little bit to trigger that you're not holding it. It lasts for about a second after you let go, basically. But this way you can kind of fly around. You can switch on and off. You can kind of travel a lot of distance without touching the ground that way. Or you can go really high if you want to. It's a neat little thing, kind of like a little magical item you can give players. Pretty useful for a lot of different things. Similarly, we have the Boots of Leaping. Right here we have a very similar situation is checking for golden boots. However, instead of it in your hand, it's checking if it's on your feet. If it is, then you get jump boost. So like I said, I'm going to put these on. Nothing happening when it's in my hand. I pop them on just to show you that they are on. Boop. And by the way, this is going to be any golden boots. There's no way to check for names of items. I know people are going to ask me about that in the comments or in Discord. There's no way to check for the names of the items using has item with commands. I'm sorry, there just isn't. Hopefully that'll be something we get in the future. Alright, moving on, we have a flamethrower using this blaze rod here. So I'm going to take this out, turn it on, and boom, we have this just spray of flames, hose of fire. And it will actually hurt enemies. So I put some husks here. You can see it kills them pretty quickly, actually. It's a very dangerous weapon. Kind of blinding, but, you know, it's a flamethrower. What do you expect? So basically what we have here to start is the particle commands. You can see we have execute. This is the new form of execute, so we're using as and at as well as positioned. This is putting the first particle here, and it's just putting it one block out. The next command is going to be the exact same command, except you can see this last number is 2. Then we have 3, exact same command. I misclicked. 4, exact same command. Then we have 5, the exact same command. Then right here we have the damage command. It's a very similar command. It's an execute, but instead of particle, we're using damage. We're using at E with this radius, and that's how much damage it's going to do. It's going to deal fire damage. You can, if you wanted to make it do more damage, you can increase this number, or you could lower it if you want to make it do less damage. That way you can kind of adjust your flamethrower to be however you want it to be. And then beyond that, we also just have a little play sound. This is using the gassed fireball noise, and we're adjusting it a little bit. Once again, this is a new execute command, so it looks a little different than what you're used to. If you want a more in-depth explanation of the execute command, I do have another video on that. I may make a follow-up to that video in the future. We'll see. This video, I'm just going to show you how to do it with the new systems, since that was a very popular video, and a lot of people are asking, how do I make it now? Alright, next up we have the lightning staff. Very simple one. I'll turn this on. As long as I'm holding this, it's going to summon lightning wherever I'm looking every few seconds. So simply, take a look at the commands here. Execute commands. We have checking for lightning rod in your hand. At S, and it's going to run, it's going to do the summon lightning bolt, and then this is basically 9 blocks in front of me. So if you want to make this go further away from you, increase this number. If you want to make it closer to you, you can decrease this number, but don't make it too close, or you might trick yourself with lightning, which is not fun. I mean, I don't know, maybe it is. Okay, next one we have is the execute at, and then we're using checking for if there is a bow in your hand. If there is, it's going to teleport mobs in front of your face. So, throw some of these down, turn this on, grab the bow. Once again, this is every single bow in the game. There's no way to check for different names of items. before you ask, and I'm sure people will ask anyways, there's no way to tell. There is some stuff you can do with IDs, which I've discussed in a different video, but it's not going to work on bows anyways. But yeah, that's a little fun thing. You can, instead of having to hit your targets, just have your targets move to wherever you're aiming. It's not technically cheating. You're not using auto aim. They're just wherever you happen to aim. Next up, we have the heavy shield. Now this one is not changed. You can use the old video tutorial if you're using the heavy shield. Basically, this is going to be a very simple one. It's checking if there's the shield in your offhand, so not your normal hand, your offhand. It's going to give you slowness with this command. Or sorry, slowness with this command and resistance with this command. So you're going to take less damage, but you're going to move slower if it's in your offhand. You can see I'm much slower, but I also have resistance. All right, and last but not least, we have the time clock. Basically, what this is going to do is, as long as I'm holding this clock in my hand, it's going to speed up time. You can see right here, this is the command, just checking the clock in your hand. If so, add time. Turn this on, and you will see the sun very quickly sets. You also see in my hand, the clock is spinning very, very fast. All the stars are rushing by, and the sun's back up. Another fun thing you could do, if you wanted to, instead of making it add... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, you can't do that. Never mind. Sorry, guys. Forgot about that. I don't use time very often. Alright, that's about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. Additionally, we do have a Discord. There's a lot of helpful people on there, including myself, who are able to help you out with questions with commands, whether it's giving ideas, or if you just have some stuff you want to show off, more than welcome to join our Discord. I do highly recommend it. Other than that, have fun. Like I said, I always recommend you guys experiment with my commands. You know, like you go in here, see these numbers here, you can kind of mess around with these numbers. If you want to go up higher, you change this number, increase it. There's a lot of stuff you can do with commands, and I find the best way you learn is by taking some stuff other people have made and then tweaking it, kind of seeing what happens, trying to figure some stuff out. Alright, if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know. And other than that, goodbye.